Hi, Trang. Can you hear me? How are you?
I can hear you. I'm fine, thanks.
Good. How was your day, Trang? Did you have a good day?
Yes, I have a good day. Hello, Sharon.
That's me.
Sharon.
Sharon.
Hello, my name is James. I'm a new student in QTS English. And
That's so great.
Today,
is it Trang or Jane?
Trang.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you. I'm glad you're here.
Yes. This is the second class.
Yes.
I joined, and I done good pronunciations and communications.
That's okay. We're all practicing, Trang. Yeah. Don't worry. Everybody here is practicing. Everybody's here is really nice, so don't worry. Thank you, Trang.
Yeah.
We are English students here.
Exactly, yes. Everybody's a student here. Don't worry. Everybody's practicing. And let me see. Hi, Maisie. Can you hear me?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. And you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Maisie, how's your day going? What are you doing?
Today I go study.
Yeah, studying all day?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. And let me see. Hey, Trung, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Sarah.
How are you? Yeah.
Today I'm fine. Yeah. In Vietnam, today is a special day because it's a Valentine Day.
Oh, here too.
And it's also the day of God of rich, God of wealthy.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't know that one.
And in Vietnam today, a lot of people buy a gun for lucky.
By a what, Trung?
Gold.
Today?
Yes, for lucky.
Why?
Because it's the day of lucky days.
Lucky.
Yes, and everybody stand in line for waiting to buy the gun today.
Did you buy some gold today, Trung?
Yes, of course.
Good.
Every year and every year I try to buy for lucky. Yes.
Well, I hope this is your year. I hope this is your lucky year.
Yes.
You too, Trang. I hope this year's lucky for both of you. Well, awesome, guys. Yeah.
Well,
And here in the US, we just get chocolate. I didn't know we could get gold too.
Yeah. It's traditional days in Vietnam and in China. Yes.
It's good to know, honestly. Well, okay, guys, we're going to get started with today's class. In today's class, we are going to talk a little bit about cooking. So just as a warm-up question, I wanted to ask you, do you like to cook, and do you have a special dish you like to make? Maybe, I don't know, for special occasions, if it's somebody's birthday, maybe you have like a special dish that you're really good at making. Sia, what about you? Do you like to cook? Do you have a special dish you like to make?
I'm so sorry, but I don't know how to cook well. Sometimes I try to cook, but I'm not a good cook. I have a maid that comes to my apartment 2 times a week on Mondays and Friday, and she cooks very, very well. I love
Lucky you.
very, very well. She knows how to cook very, very well. I am so happy because sometimes I invite my friends and people to come to my home and appreciate her
They say, Aesio, you are such a good cook.
Yeah. Sometimes I cook only barbecue. I have a special, I don't know how to say, air fry. Air fry is a kind of pan of natural.
Is it like a seasoning?
No, seasonal. Air fry.
I know what that is. Yes, I'm sorry, an air fryer. Those are so popular these days. I don't have one, but
Yeah, air fry.
Yeah.
Yes. I have one. So it's not necessary to put oil on it, and the food is healthier than you cook with oil. So I use a lot my air fry to prepare, for example, barbecue. It's easy. There is no smoke. It's not. Can I say that?
smoke.
And it's good. And I like it. But I don't know how to cook other things. I would like to learn to be a chef, for example, to prepare sophisticated dishes and invite someone to eat the food prepared by me. But I don't know how to do that. I'd like to participate in a course to learn how to cook well.
Yeah, but it's never too late. That could be a goal for 2019.
I like to try, for example, when I went to visit my son, I had the opportunity to visit different restaurants from other countries. My son loves to try typical food from other countries. And I went to Vietnam restaurant and I try a special dish. It was very, very.
Do you remember the name? I bet Trang or Trung would know about it.
I don't remember the name. I remember how the dish was. It was very, very.
And you liked it. There you go. So
Yeah.
I like Vietnamese food too a lot. So.
Okay.
Well, Trang, what about you? Do you like to cook? Do you have a special dish that you know how to prepare well?
I like cook, but I don't good cook.
But you don't cook well, you think?
Yes. I like eat healthy food. And I want to I usually eat healthy
salads
food.
or vegetables?
Vegetable and boil vegetable instead dry vegetable.
Exactly. It's so much healthier like that. Good. Awesome, Trang. And Maisie, what about you? Do you like to cook?
Yes, sometimes I like to cook. I like to cook in special days.
Like for Christmas or somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
What's one of your special dishes, Maisie?
I like to make pasta, lasagna, pie, the chocolate pie.
Very good. I'm sure those are very popular at the holidays. Good. And let me see. Trung, what about you? Do you like to cook? Do you have a special dish you like to make?
No, I don't like to cook, but I have to cook because whenever I cook, I just eat a little. If someone cook, I can eat a lot. But when I cook, I just eat a little because I think when I feel
right?
I feel and I smell the food a lot and I can eat a lot. And
that happens, I think, to everybody when they cook. But then that's kind of good, Trung, because then you just eat a little bit. It's good for your stomach.
And I can cook when I young. About when I 10 years old, I can cook. And in that time,
you learned how to cook when you were young.
Yes.
That's a good skill to know.
Yes, because in that time, all my family go to the farm, and only me, youngest person, and I have to stay at home and I have to cook for my family. Yes, and
I didn't know that. That's not easy, Chung.
yes, but when I in university, I never cook because I live with my sister and she cook
And she,
for
you
me.
said, now it's your turn.
And now when I get married, and I have to cook for my wife and my son, because my wife is also a teacher. Someday she come back home late, and I have to cook.
I think that's how it should be, right? You know, we all have to help each other. So
Yeah, correct.
if you have some more time, then you cook. If she has some time, then she
Yeah,
cooks.
correct.
I think that's the way things work.
Yes.
Well, I have a good article here. I think that Trang is gonna like because it talks, and ISO too is very conscious about his health. So these are called 3 tricks to make holiday dishes healthier. You know, around the holidays like Christmas and Easter and all those holidays, we eat a lot of fatty foods. So this is going to give us tips to make these dishes healthier. So ISO, could you read this first sentence for me?
Okay. Celebrity chef Oblelli has 3 simple tricks for remixing and holiday recipes so that it's healthy but it's still tasty.
Yeah, smart guy, right? ISO, what do you think remixing means?
Remixing. Maybe it's a kind of moisture. Can I say that? Moisture?
Oh, like a mixture?
Yes.
Yeah, so literally to mix, you know, means to like when you're cook, you mix the ingredients together. But he's using it in a different way here. When you remix something, you kind of make it in a new way. Like a lot of times we talk about like you might hear this. Let me write it in the chat. Like a song remix. Sometimes people take an old song and then they make a new version and they say, "Oh, this is the remix."
Okay. Let's say I listened to a lot of songs from Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd, it was a very old band, and the song was remixed.
Yes, it was just that one was just remixed, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's a great example. Perfect. So let's see, Trey, could you read this next? Could you read number 1 out loud for us?
Substitute sour cream for heavy cream and butter. Sour cream is lower in fat.
Yeah, Trang, what do you think about this? Do you know what sour cream is, Trang? I don't know if it's very common in Vietnam.
No, this is not common in Vietnam.
Yeah, let me see if I can just show you. It just kind of looks like a type of cream. I don't know if you've ever seen it in the store before. This kind of looks like this. But it just kind of looks like cream. But like the author said, it's lower in fat. But I guess that's why it's a good substitute. And let's see, Maisie, why don't you read number 2?
Try saute instead of boiled vegetables, and they cook faster and keep their texture.
That's kind of interesting, right, Maisie? Because you know what sauteing is?
I know.
It's like a French word that we use in English, but it means like to cook vegetables on the stove in oil, usually like olive oil. So it's kind of strange, right? That he says to saute them in oil, which I think is less healthy than boiling them. There's no oil. I would think that that's healthier. But I think that sauteing might be more delicious, so that's why he's saying. And Trung, could you read this last one?
Yes. 3. Add which of lemon to accentuate of flour instead of adding an extra pinch of salt.
Yes, you know how like a pinch of salt is just like this much salt, like whoop,
Yeah.
it's a little extra pinch of salt. But he says to squeeze more lemon. What do you think about that tip? Do you think that's good advice? Do you ever use lemon when you cook?
Sometimes, yes. For but I just um, lie in for the foods and we dip like some of corn. What it called when we using the paper pepper and salt, and we mix with lemon for the tack salt.
You use pepper and lemon to kind of bring out more flavor?
Yes.
A little bit? Good, nice. And then here he says, a happy and healthy new year. Good. Aisio, could you do me a favor? Could you summarize for us? What was kind of the main idea of this text?
Well, the main idea from the chef José is to predict some recipes that the people usually eating on the celebrations of Merry Christmas and here to predict that they make it healthier. And certainly, he advised that there are 3 tricks that you could do to predict the recipe. But I didn't understand the number one, for example. Substitute sour cream for heavy cream and butter. This construction for me means that I cook the original recipe is with heavy cream and butter is with sour cream, and you have to substitute sour cream for heavy cream and butter.
Oh no! So originally the recipe has heavy cream and butter, and then you instead use sour cream because the sour cream is lower in fat.
I know, I understood that. But
you're right.
When you say substitute sour cream for heavy cream and butter, means that the original recipe is with sour cream. And
it does sound like that a little bit. You're right.
Okay, but I got it.
It could be better written. I agree. Well, excellent, guys. Let's come back here, and what I want us to do now is I want us to give our own advice. So my question for you is, what else can we do to make sure that we're cooking healthy and maybe eating healthy? You know, like a couple of you guys have mentioned before, you know, some tips that you have. So maybe you could give us some other tips to make sure that we're cooking healthy and eating healthy in this new year. So Trang, what about you? What advice can you give us? Like you were saying before about boiling vegetables.
We should eat boiled food instead of fried foods.
Instead of fried foods. I agree.
I think we should bring fruit, coffee and tea, low sugar.
Yes, exactly. If you can even drink them without sugar, that's even better, right?
Yes. Now, eat some foods low calories.
Like which foods do you think are low calories?
Have our healthy and other useful.
Like vegetables that are low in calorie but also have a lot of nutrients?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And Maisie, what about you? What advice can you give us about how to cook healthy, how to eat healthy?
I think with eat.
Did you say eat fish?
Meat feed, but
Oh, don't eat foods with a lot of fat. Right?
right. And
Yeah.
oil, decrease the oil.
Exactly. Don't cook with a lot of
salt.
oil. I agree. Yeah, I think that if you could choose, like I know in Brazil it's very common to eat red meat, but maybe if sometimes you could eat some chicken too, or maybe sometimes eat some fish, which has less fat. It's good to have variety in your diet. Good.
Yeah.
And Trung, what about you? What advice do you have for us?
Yes, with my experience, um, don't drink orange in the night at night.
Why not?
We should drink orange juice in the days.
Only in the morning, not at night.
Yes, in the days.
Okay.
Because and keep the foods empty. Don't eat food before to sleep about 2 or 3 hours. It means don't eat food, and after that next you go to sleep, because your stomach not good.
I think so too. I think we don't talk a lot about like when the best time to eat certain foods is. Like you said, don't try to eat anything heavy at night. Try to eat fruit more in the morning. I think there's a lot of discussion and interesting things about that. Good, Trung.
Yes.
Asia, what about you? How can we cook and eat healthier?
If someone asks me advice how to be healthy, I would want to don't eat too much.
With like portion control, right?
Portion control. You can eat everything you want, but be careful with the quantity that you eat. But for example, I have my own diet that I try to follow. For example, from Monday till Friday, I try to eat only health foods like vegetables and for example, fish. I love fish, and I today, for example, in the morning, I made juice out with some vegetables, green vegetables. I don't remember the names of the leaves, but with lemon. Lemon is
Yeah.
important in orange. I so it's healthier for me. I drink a glass of this juice before I go to exercise, and I try to buy organic vegetables on the fair. I love to go on Friday to a fair, and I try to buy on organic vegetables and
That's something
fruit.
that we didn't really talk about, right? Making sure that the ingredients you have are
Yeah,
fresh and natural.
I know that there are a lot of not when people grows the plants, grows the vegetables, the pig company grows a lot of, can I say pesticides? I don't remember.
Exactly,
Yeah,
pesticides.
yeah, it's not good. So I try to go to a fair, and I know I'd like to talk with the farmers, the small farmers that they produce by themselves the fruit, and I bought from them. But at the weekend, so sorry.
Exactly, everything is a balance in this life, right?
Yeah. For example, I don't like to fast food. I never eat fast food. I think it's awful. That sandwich from like McDonald's. I don't remember if in my life I ate sandwich from McDonald's. My son, I know that
He likes it.
I love it. I don't like it. So I think it is not difficult to have to be healthy nowadays if you choose the right food that you eat every day. Of course,
I agree.
I think it depends on the quantity that you eat every day.
Exactly, I agree. Well, awesome, guys. Well, all of you guys did a very good job in class today. We started out by talking about if we like to cook. We talked about some of our favorite dishes to cook. Then we read this article that gave us some advice about to cook a little bit healthier. And then finally, we were able to share our own advice. You guys did a great job. Does anybody have any questions or any final comments about today's lesson? Any
I
questions?
am hungry.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God I already ate before this lesson, or else
Yeah.
these classes make me hungry.
I have already prepared myself to eat
Some lunch.
this class. Yes, my
Yeah.
lunch.
Awesome. Anyone else? Any questions? Or is everything good?
You
No,
like to cook?
I like to cook sometimes, but my husband is a very good cook. So he ends up cooking more than me, but I know how to cook if I have to, but he's a very good cook, so and he likes to cook, so he cooks more than me. Well, awesome, guys. Well, yeah, you guys did a great job in class today. It was so nice to have you guys, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much, everyone.
yes, bye teacher, everyone.
Bye, guys. Take care. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your day. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.